It's time for another Out and About with Jamie Grout, and this time around we'll be talking with Jamie Murphy and Liz Ventling with the Newton Parks and Rec Department. So many great activities going on with the Newton Parks and Rec Department over the summer, so we wanted to get caught up with those two ladies talking about all the stuff happening and specifically about the facilities with the Newton Parks and Rec going on too over the summer. Also, I want to send out congratulations to the City of Newton in getting the splash pad going today. They had the ribbon cutting for that. I drove by that today to check it out, and the smiles and the laughter from the kids and the families enjoying the splash pad was just fantastic to see. It's been quite a work in progress for the last year or so, and man, I'll tell you, it's just a fantastic addition to the City of Newton. We want to send out our thanks to all our sponsors that we have for the Out and About with Jamie Grout podcast, including Newton Clinic. And they've introduced the newest member of their team at Newton Clinic, Kenzie Heiser, and she joined the clinic starting June 2nd. And they're thrilled to have her providing care for the community. And if you go to the Newton Clinic's Facebook page, you can check out the video to learn more about Kenzie and the compassionate care she brings to the Newton Clinic. Also, Ryan's Tire and Auto on First Avenue in Newton needed to have an oil change done earlier this week, and he took care of that. And also earlier this week, I found that my driver's side back tire was leaking, and almost to the point where it was flat, and I went in and I said, Ryan, I don't know what's going on with that tire, whether it needs to be patched or whether I need a whole new tire. And he and his tire technicians took a look at it, and they said, well, Jamie, it just needs to be patched. And so we got her all patched up and taken care of. So if you need an oil change, if you need your new tires taken care of in one way or another, if you need brakes looked at, head on over to Ryan's Tire and Auto on First Avenue in Newton. And also by Advantage Credit Union.
Good grades bring accolades. It's report card time again, and Advantage Credit Union is ready to reward your student for their scholastic efforts. Students K through 8 can earn up to $20 per semester by bringing their report card into Advantage Credit Union. We have a PhD in report card history and financial mathematics, so we'll reward your student for doing well in school. Simply be a member of Advantage Credit Union or open up an account for your child or grandchild with a $25 deposit, and we'll take care of the rest.
See Credit Union for details. Member NCUA.
Time for another edition of Out and About with Jamie Grout, and today we'll be talking with a couple of people who are with the fantastic Newton Parks and Rec Department, Jamie Murphy and Liz Ventling. And Jamie and I have spoken before, and the last time we talked was about the Christmas lights out at Maytag Park. And Liz is fairly new to the Parks and Rec Department. We want to talk about all the activities going on for the summer at the Newton Park and Rec Department, and specifically about some of the things going on at some of the places too, and we'll talk to Jamie about that. But first, let's talk to Liz about some of the activities and all the things happening, because I know you have quite a list. Liz, tell us about that.
Yeah, so right now we have lots of events happening at Maytag Pool, some different pool parties. So I'll kind of briefly touch on each one here. The first coming up next week is the teen pool party, and that's on Tuesday, June 10th from 7 to 9 p.m. Then we also have an adult pool party on Tuesday, July 15th, 7 to 9 p.m. And then two kid-themed pool parties. One is Mario and Peach pool party, Tuesday, July 22nd, 6 to 8, and a Moana and Mermaid pool party, Tuesday, July 29th, 6 to 8 p.m. So those are kind of what pool events we have going. We also have lots of events happening in our parks as well.
Okay, let me jump in just real quick and throw the microphone over to Jamie and talk about the pool, because we talked before we started the podcast about some improvements that have happened at the swimming pool.
Yeah, so last year we had our first season with our new upgrades that we got. We have a whole new play unit in the shallow end. All of that's been redone. We have a new zip line down by the diving boards, and then our diving boards, the high dive, actually, we got a new stairs up to make it a little bit safer. So
now tell me about the zip line. Is it like you see in the videos where they're holding on at the top and then going down into the pool? How does that work?
It's just kind of off the edge of the pool. Okay. It's a structure that kind of leans out over the pool. The kids hang on a rope, and then you swing out, and when you hit the end, you can kind of swing off.
Okay.
Off the end of it. So
Okay.
it doesn't come all the way across like in, what's that movie, Grown Ups, I think, where they.
Okay.
But
And you're all set with lifeguards. You're good to go there.
yeah,
too.
yeah. We were actually really good with lifeguards this year. They were kind of slow getting to us, but we ended up having quite a few, and we just got them trained last weekend, so
Okay.
they're ready to go.
What's the cost of admission? Do you know that off the top of your head? That's okay.
Yeah, I think it's $6 to get in.
Okay.
We do have some other different, like we have toddler time on Tuesdays? No, Mondays and Wednesdays. And then just regular lap swim
Okay.
every day but Sunday. So.
And then you can get a pool pass too, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sounds fantastic.
Yep.
Okay, Liz, back to you about some of the other events going on.
Sure. So this past May we had senior walks, and those happened every Wednesday evening from 3:30 to 4:30. Those senior walks were in partnership with Kinetic Edge. So Matt Scotton from Kinetic Edge came out a couple times and just did some exercises with the seniors, different stretches, things that they can do to keep themselves active.
Do you walk around the park then? Is it
Yeah.
the whole area? And that sounds fantastic. Great exercise
Yeah,
too.
yeah, we would walk laps around the park.
And it's a social event also. Okay.
Yes,
all right.
exactly.
Tell us more.
Yeah, so another event we have coming up is yoga at the bowl. So these are on various dates throughout June. So you can check out on our website for those dates since there's quite a few. They're in the evening and in the mornings, and they're taught by certified yoga instructors.
All right, fantastic. And this is all at Maytag Park?
Yeah, so far this is all at Maytag Park.
All right. Jamie, again, throwing it back to you about your crew, that it takes quite a bit to maintain the parks. I'm sure you want to talk up your crew and the
Yeah.
people that work so hard to make sure everything runs smoothly.
Yeah, we have a great crew. We have 5 groundskeepers now, and we kind of run everywhere between all of the parks that we have, 2 cemeteries, golf course. We're down at the pool every day. So we're kind of spread out all over the place, and we've got seasonals now that are up and running. My seasonal guys are out mowing all the time too. So right now we've got probably 25 staff, over 25 staff that are running around through our parks on a daily basis.
Let me ask you about the mini pitch that's going on right now. They had the ribbon cutting here not long ago, was
Yeah.
put in. Is it seeing some activity?
It's getting quite a bit of activity. I think the high school soccer teams were using it for a little while. They came out to our ribbon cutting, and they've been really pleased with it. And we have the YMCA is going to do a futsal tournament out there, I believe, starting in June, coming up on Tuesdays, I think. So
Okay. All right.
here in the next week or so, they'll be out there hosting that. So check in with them on some of that too.
Okay, Liz, tell us about some more activities.
Yeah, I'll go over a couple bigger ones that we have. We have our summer concert series that's every Thursday from May 29th until July 31st. Those run from about 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Can you tell us about some of the bands, the groups that are going to be performing, Liz?
There's quite a few different groups and bands performing. One is the Newton City Band. They're coming out quite a few times, so it's fun to have a local band out there.
And these are all people that volunteer their time, right?
The concerts, the bands get paid.
Oh, they do? The city
Yes.
band people do?
Yes, they
Oh,
get
is that
payment.
right?
Yes, they
oh,
do.
Oh, gosh.
Yes.
Well, maybe I should bring my kazoo.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
All kinds
okay.
of bands, yep.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
So the city band is out there. Okay, cool.
Yes.
And what time and what days are those again?
Yes, every Thursday from May 29th
Okay.
to July 31st, 7 to 9 p.m. There's also food trucks out
Okay,
there for
great.
people to enjoy.
Okay.
Yeah. Another big event that we have coming up is Newton Fest. That's Friday, June 13th and Saturday, June 14th. There's going to be all kinds of events happening during Newton Fest, from free community movies at the Capitol 2 Theater to all kinds of morning yoga and car shows.
Okay, I'm going to jump in here
Yeah.
real quick because I heard a rumor about some kind of glow in the dark thing going on at
Yes.
Maytag Park, and I don't know, was it bubbles or some? I don't know exactly
Yes.
what it is, but maybe you can explain further about what this is all about, Liz.
Yeah, it's a free UV glow foam party. So
Foam party?
Yes, happening
Okay.
from about 9
What
p.m.
is
to
this
10.
all about? Explain this to me.
I
Yeah. Do you know more about
So
this?
it's a company that comes out. It's a lot of fun. The kids have a blast. It's at night, so it's dark. They have UV black lights and that kind of stuff. They shoot foam everywhere, and I think a DJ is kind of included, so it's kind of just like a foam dance party,
Sure.
basically. So that starts kind of right after we have our free pool party that night. At the pool, and then we just roll right into that. This year, normally it's at over by the West Shelter, kind of in the open green space. This year we're moving it down to the bowl, so it'll be kind of right in front of the bowl
The
down
parking
there.
lot at the bowl?
Nope, it'll be down in the grass.
Down in the bowl.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's where we'll be with it this year. But yeah, it's something that the kids really love. It's a lot of fun.
Sounds like a
So,
good
yeah.
time. Okay. Liz, what else at Newton Fest?
there's going to be a pickleball tournament that the Newton YMCA is hosting over at Aurora Park.
Pickleball is huge, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to reserve a pickleball court or you want to play, I mean, how can you go about doing that?
We
Yeah.
don't do reservations
Oh,
for
you
the
don't?
pickleball
Okay,
courts.
I-
Nope, they're kind of just first come, first serve.
Oh.
There's several other like groups just throughout the town. We don't have a lot of contact with them, but they do kind of their own leagues
Okay.
and play. So it's kind of your best bets a lot of times just to stop in and chat with whoever happens to be there.
Okay.
And find out.
Are
kinda what
the
they're
courts
doing.
lighted? Can you play at night?
They are not yet. The
Okay.
hope is that when the construction of the new tennis courts goes in, that lighting will be included.
Oh, I didn't know there was. Is there going to be construction in the new tennis
Yeah,
courts?
I think here in the next week or so,
Oh.
they're supposed to resurface the courts that are there, and then we're adding 2 new courts
Oh.
to make it so that there's 8 courts out there, and the high school can play all their tennis in one location. So
I was not
yeah,
aware of that.
Yeah.
Okay, Liz, I'm sorry to keep butting in on you here, but I
No.
keep thinking of more questions as you
That's
tell me
good.
more. So go ahead.
Yeah, and then to kind of end the evening on Saturday, we're going to be having a concert at the Maytag Bowl starting at, I guess it'll be at noon that day. So,
All right,
yeah,
lots of stuff
lots
happening.
Of stuff. Mhm.
Good heavens, so much stuff happening for Newton Fest, and it's also Alumni Weekend too.
Yes.
And I'll be talking next week with Mark Hallam and Bill Peters about Alumni Weekend, and I know it's a big year for a lot of classmates, and they have the All Alumni Get Together that's happening for that also, and that, from what I understand, will be at Legacy Plaza, so that should be a lot of fun too. So make sure you get in on that. Are there other events that you want to talk about and spread the word on, Liz?
Let's see here. One more on Newton Fest was that there'll be a fun zone with inflatables and laser tag.
Is this at Maytag Park too?
That'll be at Maytag Park as well. So that's
Okay.
something fun that families can come out and do.
It seems like there's stuff going on for Center for Arts and Artists also.
They are, yes. They're doing a free cardinal painting class that Friday, June 13th in the evening from 6 to 8.
Okay.
So that'll be fun.
Great, great. Well, all kinds of things happening too. It's a wonderful thing that you have going on during the summer months here at Newton Parks and Rec Department, and it's just fantastic. Now, and it's kind of the same thing for the tennis courts too, isn't it, Jamie? Where you can just come on in and play whenever you want. You don't have to make any reservations.
Yep. Nope.
That
We
kind
just.
of thing.
Yep.
also.
We kind of keep track when if people want to have tournaments. We just kind of try to post that somebody's having a tournament, but usually that's either run by us or the Y. So, but for the most part, they're just drop in, first come, first serve.
And I want to ask you this, and I don't mean to throw a possible hardball at you here, but I've been in talks with the people at the Grinnell Parks and Recreation Department, and they're always doing a whole bunch of different things, and they just did a survey on what they can improve, and they went down to Pella, and they have is it called an inclusive park there? And has there been any discussion about a kind of a all-inclusive park in Newton for children that might be handicapped or might have some physical challenges in one way or another, Jamie?
Yeah, we've had conversations about that. It's actually something that in our goal setting with our park board has come up several times of something that we want to do, and we definitely want to do that. At this point, it's coming down to where does that fit in our funding, and how can we find avenues to, get grants or, something of that nature so that we can get funding for that. But it's definitely on our radar as a department.
Sure. Fantastic. Well, I think that would be a great goal for the future. Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about for the summer?
I guess a couple more things here. We're going to have a self-guided scavenger hunt over at Maytag Park that'll be up from June 30th to July 18th. And families can just come out, walk around the park, and try to find different moth displays.
Moth displays?
Yes.
Okay.
And they can learn about their different moths as they find them. And even take a picture with it and send it to my email to be entered in to win a moth plush toy.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Well,
so that's a
great.
fun one, yeah. And then finally, one last event is that we're having a youth tennis clinic for 7 to 9-year-olds and 10 to 12-year-olds, July 7th through the 10th.
Do you know who will be teaching that at this point?
Yes, her name is Kayla, and she was a college tennis player, and she's just wanting to give back to the community and partner with the parks.
Well, that's fantastic. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, good. And if people want more information, is there a website that they can go to for this?
There is. It's www.newtongov.org. /programs is where they can find that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I want to talk to Jamie about the Christmas lights that are coming up. And, I know that's not a summer event by any means at all. But you guys, I've just really been impressed by all the work you guys put in. And I always give you props and kudos on all that because it does take a lot of work. Are you looking for more sponsorships for that? Are you looking to make it bigger and better this year?
We're always going bigger and better. So
sure.
Our sponsorship opportunities will probably come out September, October, usually September, 1st of September. We'll kind of start pushing that stuff out for new donations and that kind of thing.
All right, fantastic. And again, if people want more information on what's going on with the Newton Parks and Rec Department, how can they do that?
Probably our Facebook page too.
Okay.
It's under Newton Parks and Recreation.
All right. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me today.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Yep, my interview guests have been Jamie Murphy and Liz Ventling with the Newton Parks and Rec Department doing a fantastic job for the city of Newton on Out and About with Jamie Grout. This podcast also sponsored by Jersey Freeze in Monroe, Lynette Baker, Halo Branded Solutions, Westside Java Coffee Bar, and Wesley Life Park Center. Pursue your joy at Park Center by offering living options across the continuum. Park Center provides vital, enriching environments for everyone. A community of healthy living focused on holistic health and well-being, their programming enhances emotional, intellectual, and spiritual wellness and enables you to have a life that's healthier in every way. Park Center is at home in Newton, with many residents and team members having lived in their lives. To learn more about Park Center's different levels of living and to find the lifestyle that's right for you, contact Lisa Zylstra at 641-791-5000. That's Lisa Zylstra, 641-791-5000 at Park Center. Until next time, out is out. See ya.